Ticket Sports Time is 4:32 as we continue on Sports Talk San Antonio. I'm Andy Everett along with Peter Burns. 736-9760 is the number to call to join us this afternoon on Sports Talk San Antonio. Right now we welcome George Hill to the Ticket Sports lines. George is the number one draft pick in the 2008 draft for the San Antonio Spurs. George, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. How are you today?
We're doing great. Tell me about your thoughts yesterday when David Stern announced that you were coming to San Antonio.
Just overwhelming. I mean, that was always my childhood dream to, be in the NBA and just to be, call my name for the San Antonio Spurs, just such a first-class organization. I just felt overwhelmed and really felt speechless the whole night. So, I mean, it was a great feeling.
You get the chance now to play with Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, Bruce Bowen, Manu Ginobili. That's pretty good company, huh?
Yeah, then you add in the Robert Horrys and the Jacques Vines. You're just tremendous. So I'm just ready to come in, learn from them veterans and learn their stuff and see what my role is, provide for the organization.
And that's been huge here too, George, about guys coming in and knowing their role with the Spurs organization, and that's what a lot of the fans out there are excited about you. Tell me a little bit about the draft night experience. I mean, we don't ever get to see that. You only get 50-some-odd guys that get drafted, and there you are. Tell me, where were you at? You had family, friends around? What was it like for you?
I kept my my immediate family and close friends with me. I was actually at one of the clubhouses at my old apartment that I lived in here in Indianapolis, and just like probably 35 people, and we chilled there and had fun, had pops and chips and chicken wings and macaroni and cheese and baked beans. So we were just celebrating the moment, and then to hear my name called and them reacting faster than I could react. It seemed like they knew it before me, so it was just a tremendous day.
All right, man. So how does the entourage just decide to just blow up overnight? Like, do you have to change your cell phone? Do you have people coming in there like, man, me and you used to ball back in second grade YMCA ball. How's that already coming out for you?
Soon they announced my name. I had like 56 text messages already, and I told my godparents and them and my parents, my phone gets going crazy. My phone keeps dying because I leave it on vibrate and I have so many ringers. So, I mean, I get a lot, but I don't think I'm going to change my number or anything like that because I'm going to stick to who I am. So, I don't think I need to do all that. I think most of the people know that I got drafted, and they're not going to bug me as much because most of them just know how I am. I'm very, quiet, but I'm a friendly guy at the same time.
We're talking with George Hill, the Spurs' number one draft pick from last night's NBA draft. George, tell us about your game. What do you do well, and where do you think you need improvement as you come to the NBA?
I think I bring a lot to the table. I like to rebound from the guard position. I like to, really play defense and get an open floor and just make the overall team better. I think I can improve on strength, and, you can always improve on everything in your game to be a complete NBA player. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can work on. So I really can't point out just one thing that I really, really need to get better on all the time. I just think my overall whole game, I can just get tremendous in that. And, working with the Spurs, I think they're going to make me a tremendous player.
No, and that's one of the questions that people have a lot to talk about here is they don't have an opportunity to get a chance to watch you very much. And so, and put it in layman's terms, right now, as much NBA ball as you may watch, what player out there do you emulate? What player out there says, you know what, you may not know me yet, you're going to know me, but if there's one player in the league who plays that style of basketball that you do, who's that guy?
Watching NBA all this year and stuff, I think I try to pat my game more of the Monty Ellis type, getting the open court, combo guard, likes to get in the passing lanes and, get steals and stuff like that, and just all around. He gets rebounds. He plays with emotion. I think that's a lot of things that I bring to the table. So I'm just very excited to get into San Antonio, meet the fans, embrace the city, and just have a tremendous time. Me being teammates with all the Spurs, I think it's going to be great to just get to know everyone.
When you came here for the pre-draft workouts, what did you experience with the team, and what was it that you felt like may have been the chemistry that created the connection where the team would want to draft you?
I think it was just me being myself. They seen that I wasn't trying to really, do things that was out of the ordinary. They said they liked how I always stayed poised and I really didn't try to force things. I let most of the things come to me, and, you know, Coach Pop is that type of guy. He don't want no one to just be all about themselves. I was always the team first, and then me second, or whatever like that. So I really didn't try to put the I before the team, like as you say. So I think that just embraced me as for me just being myself at that point.
Do you like Mexican food?
I had some Mexican food when I got down there. Coach Pop and all of us went out to eat, and I had some Mexican food, and they were telling me all the hot stories about how they was eating like different types of soup and couldn't breathe out the nose because it was so hot. So, I mean, I'm ready to come down there and, you know, have fun. Just seemed like a great group of, you know, staff, teammates, and all that stuff, and I just think we're going to have a tremendous year.
You heard that, Andy. He didn't answer that question.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
I like that.
I
You
know
know,
that
you're savvy.
experience.
You're already moving around with the media. You're doing a pretty good job because, you know, that was he didn't say you didn't like it. I like where you're coming from, man. I like where you're coming from. Hey, listen, one of the quick questions that some of our listeners had is, you know, obviously you're a guy that recruited by some pretty good programs coming out of high school, Florida, along the likes, other big-name programs. You decide to stay in the Summit League. Is that a situation where you kind of had a chip on your shoulder and say, you know what, I could have gone to a bigger school, but I decided to just kind of wreck shop here, or what was that all about?
You know, coming out of high school, I mean, I could have almost went to a lot of universities, big-time universities, but I felt that it wasn't the need for me at that time with my grandfather passing away, and his dream was always to watch me play basketball because he'd been sick for so long, and doctors telling us, okay, he's going to live a little longer than we expected, and he's getting a little better. So I thought that staying at IUPUI was going to be a great, you know, experience for my grandfather and also just staying close to my family at that time. So I chose IUPUI, but, I mean, at the same time, I was always thinking that if you're just a great player, the NBA is going to find you wherever you're at, and I'm just glad that the Spurs found me from where I'm at.
I imagine you had to be thinking about him last night on draft day.
I was thinking about him. It's just, you know, it's a blessing. I give God all the thanks, and because without him, it wouldn't have been possible.
All right, now, we've been asking people all day long to give you a nickname. Do you have a nickname that you like?
No, but I'm ready for the city to give me one, so I can embrace it.
We got a couple of good ones, man. We had Superfly. We got Horizon because, you know, it could be the future here, the franchise. I like the Thrill. That was a pretty good one. The one I'm telling you that's going to be over it is Ill Will Hill.
Oh, well, we can do that one. Ill Will Hill.
Ill Will Hill,
because
because you're going to get ugly on the court, man, whenever it is. Ill Will Hill. I think that's the one we need to adopt. You ready to adopt that one?
Yeah, I'm ready to adopt it.
When do you come to San Antonio?
I think I come there July 9th.
All right. Thanks for being with us today, George. Continued success. We look forward to seeing you in silver and black coming up this fall and all the things that will happen between now and then.
Yes, you will, and thanks for giving me the chance.
All right. George Hill with us this afternoon on Sports Talk San Antonio.